I am Jasmine, your host, and welcome to the table. Welcome to the table. Today I have some coffee. Let's get into it. So y'all can see. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. It's so good. I had to take another sip. I just wanted to talk to y'all about the podcast and tell y'all a little bit about what it's gonna be about. I have a few notes, so don't mind me looking down at my notes. I want to stay on topic, and let's get into it. To start off with saying, I wanted to start a podcast because I wanted to make this type of podcast because I needed a podcast to go to. You know how we love just sitting watching podcasts and TV shows and stuff like that. So I wanted, a podcast to listen to or watch where it's an uplifting space. You know what I mean? Like, it's a learning space. It's a real space, You can make mistakes. You learn from it. We talk about it. All that stuff. So I decided to make the space myself because why not? And I know it's other people that may need a space. Or sometimes, I just think it's better sometimes when you hear other people's problems or other people's chaos and you hear other people's chaos and you can relate to it kind of, sort of, You can find different things that's familiar to you in the chaos and learn from it. We can talk about it. We can grow, That's what this podcast is about. That's what this space is about. The inspiration for it would be, in real life, people come to me for advice a lot. I never consider myself a person to, always give. I feel like I give good advice, but I don't feel like I'm the person to go to for advice because, y'all, my mornings are chaos a lot of times. But it's getting better. It's getting better. But it was a minute. But my mornings, it used to be a little chaotic. And then when I get to work or something, or a friend hit me up or something like that, they'll be asking me for some advice. And I'm like, in the midst of all my craziness, I don't know if I got any advice to give you. But I always gave some advice. Now, don't get me wrong. I always gave some advice, and it was good advice. Because I like to place myself in people's shoes. You know what I mean? Like, consider I just like to consider everything when a person is, venting to you and trying to tell you something, so I can give the best reply, the best input back. I'm sorry, y'all, this coffee's so good. And shout out to my husband. I know y'all don't see my rings, but I woke up and pushed record. But I'm getting off topic. But I came in here and I heard that coffee pot brewing, and I knew it was gonna be a good morning because I didn't set it up last night, y'all. So, hubby, when you see this, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, back on topic. Y'all see how I get distracted? Okay, let's get into the name. Coffee, Kids, and Convos. All right, I wrote a little something down. Coffee is for the comfort and connection of those real unfiltered convos that happen over a cup of coffee. Have y'all ever just sit down with somebody? Like, when I was little, I used to sit down with my mama, and I couldn't believe the stuff I would tell her over a cup of coffee. Yeah, I could not. I was in high school. but it made it comfortable, you know. It made it a space where, like, I feel like my mom was like a homie, you know. I could be like, let me slide her a little problem and see how she react on it, you know. Let me tell her about this boy I like. And that's the atmosphere I'm just trying to go for. So the coffee stands for, the C in coffee, not the C in coffee, but the coffee in the name, okay? Okay, stay with me. The coffee stands for the comfort and connection that those real unfiltered convos happen over a cup of coffee. Kids, the chaos, the joy, and the lessons from life. And parenting, even if you're not a parent, I know with some stuff y'all want to learn. It was a lot of stuff I needed to know. Well, yeah, that I needed to know and that I wanted to know before I even became a mom. I wanted to deal with my patients. I wanted to, you know. So yeah, that's kids. Convos. I kind of basically already talked about that. Just having an open space where it's honesty, sometimes funny, emotional chats about life. Don't y'all have somebody you can talk to? Like, I could call my bestie right now and we could talk. If I'm going through something, baby, I could cry. We could talk for a while. And then when we see each other, you know, we pick back up. Like, that little breakdown never happened. Sometimes that's what we need to keep going. Sometimes it's hard to break down, you know, with family. Sometimes you may not want to break down with your family. Sometimes you may not want to break down in front of your kids or whatever the case may be. Listen, this is where you can, okay? We don't judge over here. I break down about 5 times a day, okay? Because as y'all know, life be life. Okay, let's get into the expectations of this pod. The expectations will be, expect a little self-care, definitely. And mental health. I am big on mental health. How do y'all feel about mental health? Let me know in the comments. I feel like it's a thing. We'll get into it. Relationships, finding balance. And relationships is just your boyfriend or your girlfriend, okay? Relationships could be with your mom, your auntie, your uncle, your daddy. Trust me, I done been through a lot. So it's been relationships I done had to rekindle with family, with non-family members, you know, just whatever the case may be. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into, you know, the right way to do it, all of that type of stuff. We're gonna talk about personal growth, our faith-based reflections. I can't get my words out. Personal growth and faith-based reflections. I like to talk about personal growth a lot. I am a Christian, if anybody didn't know. I like to talk about my personal growth a lot because, y'all, I can't believe the woman I am today. I cannot. If y'all knew old Jazz, y'all be like, attitude stain. I'm telling you, it was horrible. I didn't even want to be around myself. So it just says a lot. I'm proud of the woman that I have become. And if you have a little reflection about where you come from, be proud. Be proud of where you came from, okay? Even if it's small steps, it don't matter. It's steps. It's steps to greatness, okay? Celebrate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Hey, it's a good thing. For real. And just mom truths. That's another one. Mom truths. a lot of times, a lot of people like to put on shows and, you know, and say everything in their little mother world is perfect. And for me, it ain't, okay? Sometimes my kids get my nerves too much. Sometimes homework and stuff overstress me. Like, things become overwhelming. You get overstimulated some days. Some days are worse than others, okay? We can come here and talk, moms. We come here and talk too, all right? Again, judgment-free zone. All right, y'all don't like what we're talking about? Honestly, for real. Over here, everybody gonna be comfortable talking about how they parent, how they everything. Okay? Okay. No haters. And so, a little bit about me. Let's do a little bit of bio. Sorry, I'm trying to grab my cup before it gets too cold. Okay, who I am and what my life looked like. I am Jasmine. If you guys didn't know, Jazz for short with an S, not a Z. It's a Jasmine thing. I just don't like my name being spelled wrong. But it's Jasmine with an S, Jasmine. I am a mom of 2 handsome boys. Ages 11 and 7. One is about to be 8. Wait, the 7-year-old is about to be 8. Yeah, I'm a boy mom. I am married. Yeah. I don't got my ring on right now, but in this video, I promise y'all I'm gonna have my ring on. I won't miss that morning routine to have my ring on for y'all. But yeah, he put a ring on it in May, my bestie. So I am married. I am also a student. I do college online. I am getting my bachelor's in social work. Ooh. Keep it going. Yeah, keep going. Nice. I'm getting my bachelor's though, y'all, in social work. Originally I wanted to be a pediatrician. And then I had to learn, that's another episode, but y'all, I changed my major, like maybe twice or 3 times. But we in here for social work, okay? 2 years strong. Yeah. All right. What else about me? I'm a big sister. I am the oldest out of my siblings. What else about me? And my favorite color, purple. Purple, all shades, y'all. And I'm starting to like pink just a little bit. I'm not a pink girly. Do not suffocate me with all that pink. I just like a tiny bit. But you can suffocate me with the purple, okay? Keep the purple coming. I love purple. I care about these conversations, like I mentioned earlier, because I feel like at different times in my life, I needed that conversation. I needed a podcast to help me. I needed to feel like I wasn't, going through it alone. Like, I know people say that. I know friends and stuff may help you feel like you're not going through it alone. But at the same time, if you're not seeing nobody go through it alone, or not even seeing nobody go through it alone, if you just feel like they don't understand. And a lot of times we do feel like people don't understand when they're close to us, It's like, it's hard for you to get what I'm saying because you look at it like this, or, So, yeah, I just wanted a space for different points of views, different opinions. Because everybody can be right. It's different points of views to things, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And that's why I wanted to have these conversations, because I'm not scared to speak up. I'm not scared to say what's on my mind and tell y'all. Because a lot of times people need to hear it. I was once that person, okay? I needed to hear a lot of stuff people went through, the mistakes. You hear me? I almost said a bad word. But the mistakes and all that, I needed to see somebody go through it, to feel human, you know what I mean? Like, to be like, okay, dang, they can mess up, they can bounce back. I can too. A little motivation, you know? So that's basically why I wanted to do these conversations, and mainly why I wanted to start a podcast, so y'all can see and have a place of comfort where we can talk. And grab y'all coffees. Make sure y'all start grabbing y'all coffee. Grab you something to sip on. It could be hot coffee, iced coffee, lattes, espresso, whatever y'all want. Okay? Make sure y'all grab something. Sit down. Come chat with your girl. And make sure y'all follow, subscribe, and like this channel. Please. Okay? And let me know what y'all think in the comments. Engage. I will engage back. Let me know what y'all would like to discuss. We have some interesting episodes coming up. I kind of already have ideas for the new episodes. So next week we will dive into screens, socials, and inside. Screens, socials, insanity. All right, that's what I wrote down, but I couldn't see it. Screens, socials, insanity. That's what we'll be discussing about next week's episode, okay? So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's do this together, y'all. We got this. I will see y'all next time on Coffee, Kids, and Convos. Bye, y'all.